After weeks of investigation, countless theories, and shocking discoveries, we've arrived at the final chapter in the mystery of Evelyn Carter. The encrypted files have been decoded. The last pieces of the puzzle are finally in place. Tonight, we reveal what really happened on the night she vanished, and the truth may be darker than anyone imagined. Welcome to Behind the Crime Scene channel. If you've been following Evelyn Carter's case, prepare yourself for the ultimate revelation. We have new evidence, new testimonies, and an ending that will leave you speechless. The final pieces fall into place. The files contained a list of high-profile individuals linked to money laundering, offshore accounts, and political blackmail. Documents proving Harvard Technologies was funneling funds into a shadow organization known as the Ember Initiative. A leaked internal memo suggesting that whistleblowers were being systematically removed, email chains between executives discussing eliminating obstacles, with Evelyn's name appearing multiple times. A reference to a hidden offshore data vault, labeled Vault 22, potentially containing the most incriminating evidence, was Evelyn's disappearance orchestrated to silence her. The missing link? Evelyn's private notes. In addition to the USB drive, investigators found pages from Evelyn's private journal hidden in her storage unit. These notes revealed her growing paranoia and fear in the days leading up to her disappearance. She wrote about receiving anonymous messages warning her to stay out of it. One entry, dated just 2 days before she vanished, read, "They know I'm onto them. If anything happens to me, follow the money." Key insights from Evelyn's notes: a phone number linked to an encrypted messaging service used by Harvard executives. Mentions of a secret meeting with an informant named S. A coded address believed to lead to a safe house or drop point for whistleblowers. A warning: if I go missing, the answer is in the numbers. What did Evelyn mean by the numbers? Were they coordinates, a bank account, or a final clue she left behind? The $15,000 transfer, a bribe or a warning? One of the biggest mysteries surrounding Evelyn's disappearance was the sudden deposit of $15,000 into her bank account just hours before she vanished. The money came from an offshore account linked to a shell company called Redgate Capital, one that was also mentioned in the leaked Harvard documents. Was this a payoff to keep her silent? A warning to back off, or something even more sinister? What investigators discovered: the shell company, Redgate Capital, was tied to multiple high-profile fraud cases. The money was transferred in small amounts over different accounts before reaching Evelyn, suggesting an attempt to obscure its origin. Evelyn never withdrew or spent any of the money, implying she was either unaware of it or intended to use it as evidence. The day after the transfer, she contacted a cybersecurity expert, possibly to trace the source of the money. Did Evelyn realize she was in immediate danger and attempt to leave a financial breadcrumb trail? The final email, a hidden clue. Shortly before she disappeared, Evelyn sent an email to her editor with a subject line that simply read, "If anything happens to me, check the vault." At first, this seemed vague, but after decrypting her USB files, investigators found a mention of Vault 22, an unknown offshore data repository. Could this be where the most damning evidence was stored? And if so, who has access to it now? The deeper we dig, the more it becomes clear Evelyn Carter was never just a missing person. She was a threat to the most powerful people in the industry. The night she vanished, the final reconstruction. February 12, 2023, new timeline updates. 9:15 p.m. The final surveillance footage for months. Evelyn's last moments on Wilshire Boulevard have been a mystery, but newly uncovered footage provides a terrifying new detail. A dark sedan wasn't just circling the block, it was waiting for her. A shadowy figure steps out, approaching Evelyn. 9:20 p.m. The confrontation eyewitness testimony confirms Evelyn was seen arguing with a man near an alleyway. Moments later, she was seen getting into the black SUV. But was she forced or did she go willingly? 9:30 p.m. The call to an unknown number. Phone records reveal that Evelyn made a call from an unregistered burner phone just minutes after getting into the SUV. The recipient remains unknown, but a transcript of the call retrieved from a nearby cell tower indicates she said, "It's happening. I don't have much time." Who was she talking to? 9:45 p.m. The gas station camera footage. Security cameras at a gas station 5 miles away captured the SUV stopping briefly. Evelyn was seen stepping out for a moment, speaking hurriedly to the driver before getting back inside. She appeared tense, clutching a black duffel bag tightly. Was she given one last chance to escape? 10:05 p.m. The cab driver's testimony. We now have confirmation that Evelyn was alive an hour after she vanished. The cab driver who picked her up near Wilshire says she was terrified, constantly looking behind her. She requested to be taken to an abandoned parking garage. Why? Who was she meeting? 10:20 p.m. The mysterious figure at the parking garage. A security camera at the parking garage caught Evelyn exiting the cab. She stood alone for several minutes, pacing nervously. Then, a hooded figure appeared from the shadows. They exchanged a few words before he handed her a small envelope. The footage cuts out moments later. 10:30 p.m. The last known location. GPS data from Evelyn's phone suggests she left the garage on foot. However, traffic camera footage shows a black SUV speeding away from the vicinity at the same time. Was she inside, or did she slip away undetected? The answer may lie in what happened next. The last message. March 15, 2023. The email from Evelyn's account. Just when we thought we had reached a dead end, Evelyn's editor received an email sent from Evelyn's work account. It contained a single cryptic message: "Trust no one. Look for the red box. The truth is in the numbers." A message from the grave. The timestamp on the email indicated it was sent nearly a month after Evelyn had vanished. But how was that possible? If she was in hiding, was this her way of reaching out? Or was someone else using her account to manipulate the investigation? The Red Box mystery. Detectives immediately searched Evelyn's apartment and office for any sign of a red box. Days later, they found it hidden inside a false compartment in her desk. Inside, they uncovered a USB drive, a folded note, and a key. What was inside the red box? A handwritten note reading, "If you're reading this, I was right." The answer is buried beneath the numbers. A USB drive labeled Project Ember. Final report. A small, unmarked key. But the biggest revelation. The USB drive contained a partially decrypted version of her original investigation files, proving that powerful figures were involved in fraud, manipulation, and disappearances just like hers. The key that changed everything. The small key found in the red box was a mystery in itself. After weeks of investigation, authorities traced it to a safe deposit box in a private vault downtown. Inside, they discovered something chilling: a second burner phone belonging to Evelyn, along with another note: "If I don't make it, expose them." The final call. Phone records indicate this burner phone was used one final time on the night Evelyn disappeared. The last call. A 20-second voicemail left for a contact simply labeled S. The contents of that voicemail have never been made public, but sources close to the case say Evelyn's voice was barely a whisper, uttering just a single phrase: "It's all true. They found me." With this final clue, the case took an even darker turn. Had Evelyn reached out for help only to be betrayed? Or was she trying to leave one last breadcrumb trail, knowing she was running out of time. What happens next? With the discovery of the red box, the USB drive, and the mysterious voicemail, we may be closer than ever to uncovering what truly happened to Evelyn Carter. But one thing remains certain: whoever was behind her disappearance never expected these secrets to come to light. The truth is buried deep, but we're getting closer than ever. The final showdown. March 22, 2023, the storage locker discovery. The discovery of Evelyn's red box and the voicemail had already changed everything, but what came next was even more shocking. Following the breadcrumbs Evelyn left behind, detectives traced her steps to a storage unit rented under a fake name but linked to Evelyn's bank transactions. Inside, they found something that blew the case wide open. The hidden secrets of the storage locker. The storage unit was nearly empty, but what remained painted a haunting picture of Evelyn's final days. Investigators found a dusty laptop, a tattered journal, and a manila envelope labeled "Last Resort." But the most disturbing find was a blood-stained scarf later confirmed to have Evelyn's DNA. What was inside the envelope? A list of names, people Evelyn had contacted in the weeks before her disappearance, many of whom had vanished under mysterious circumstances. A coded message resembling a bank statement with offshore account numbers. A handwritten note that read, "If you're reading this, I had no choice." The evidence suggested Evelyn had uncovered something so dangerous that she was either forced into hiding or worse. But there was still one unanswered question: who was S from the burner phone? The secret meeting. Who was S? Digging further into Evelyn's phone records, investigators discovered multiple calls made to a single untraceable number. Cross-referencing with surveillance footage, they identified a man who had met Evelyn just days before she vanished. His identity: a former intelligence operative turned whistleblower who had gone underground years ago. What he revealed changed everything. Evelyn had contacted him seeking protection after realizing she was being followed. She was planning to release the Ember Initiative files to the public within 48 hours. Their last meeting took place at a remote warehouse, where she allegedly handed over a final encrypted drive. His chilling last words: "She knew they were coming. She told me she had one last move to make." Was Evelyn trying to fake her disappearance? Or did she walk into a trap, thinking she had an escape plan? The last CCTV footage. The final clue. Authorities reviewed new security footage taken near the warehouse. It showed Evelyn arriving at 11:42 p.m. on the night she disappeared. But she wasn't alone. A black SUV followed her, headlights off, lurking in the distance. Then just minutes later, both vehicles vanished. What happened next? No records exist of any further transactions from Evelyn's accounts. The encrypted drive allegedly given to S has never surfaced. A final, anonymous email was sent to Evelyn's editor 2 days later, simply reading, "Too late." The evidence suggests Evelyn may have anticipated her fate, but did she truly escape? Or was she silenced before she could expose the truth? A final theory: the ultimate cover-up. With everything we now know, one thing is clear: Evelyn Carter was never just another missing person. She was a target. She knew something powerful enough to make her disappear. And whether she is alive or not, her story has left a mark that won't be erased. Was Evelyn Carter taken to silence her forever? Or did she outsmart her pursuers and vanish into the shadows? The truth is still out there. The aftermath, the fallout of Evelyn's disappearance. March 25, 2023, the media frenzy begins. As details of Evelyn Carter's disappearance continued to unfold, the media erupted with theories, speculations, and unanswered questions. News outlets ran headlines declaring her the whistleblower who knew too much. Social media became flooded with amateur sleuths dissecting every available clue. But amidst the chaos, one fact remained: Evelyn was still missing. The ripple effect of her investigation, Evelyn's revelations about the Ember Initiative, sent shockwaves through the corporate world. Several high-ranking executives at Harvard Technologies abruptly resigned. Government agencies launched internal investigations, yet curiously, no charges were filed. Was this an attempt to quietly sweep the scandal under the rug? What followed in the weeks after her disappearance? A congressional committee was formed to investigate corruption within the tech sector, but its findings were heavily redacted. Harvard Technologies stock plummeted before mysteriously rebounding overnight. Whistleblowers who had initially come forward suddenly retracted their statements or vanished without explanation. A journalist who was investigating Evelyn's case was found dead under suspicious circumstances, officially ruled as an accident. The deeper one looked, the more evident it became someone powerful wanted this case buried. The hunt for Evelyn. Is she alive? Despite overwhelming evidence that Evelyn was in danger, no body was ever recovered. Several alleged sightings were reported across the country, though none were confirmed. Could she have successfully gone into hiding? If so, where? Key witness testimonies and unverified sightings. A former Harvard Technologies employee claimed he had met Evelyn in a safe house, but he disappeared days later. A woman resembling Evelyn was seen boarding a plane to South America, but no travel records matched her identity. Encrypted messages containing her known phrases were posted to underground forums, leading some to believe she was sending signals from hiding. A shadowy organization known as the Silence Order was rumored to be tracking those who dug too deeply into her case. Was Evelyn playing a dangerous game of cat and mouse with those who wanted her silenced? The final breakthrough. A letter arrives months passed with no definitive answers, until a letter arrived at the newsroom where Evelyn worked. No return address, no fingerprints inside. A handwritten note read, "The truth is buried, but I am not." The letter was signed EC. What this could mean, if authentic. This letter suggests Evelyn is alive and still in possession of classified information. The phrase "the truth is buried" could hint at evidence hidden in an undisclosed location. The postmark traced back to a remote town in Canada, but by the time authorities arrived, whoever sent it had vanished. This revelation changed everything. If Evelyn was alive, was she still fighting to expose the truth, or was she merely trying to survive? Theories and unanswered questions. With everything we know now, the question remains, what really happened to Evelyn Carter? Several theories have emerged, each more chilling than the last. Possible outcomes. Theory 1: she was eliminated. Those behind the Ember Initiative acted before she could fully expose them. Theory 2: she escaped. Evelyn successfully evaded her pursuers and is living under a new identity. Theory 3: she was forced to work for them. Rather than being eliminated, Evelyn was coerced into silence. Theory 4: she left behind a final clue. The cryptic letter suggests she may have left behind the ultimate evidence, waiting for the right person to find it. One thing is certain: Evelyn Carter's story is far from over. Whether she is hiding in the shadows or buried beneath the lies of a powerful conspiracy, her legacy lives on. Evelyn Carter walked close to the fire, and in doing so, she either perished or became something more: a ghost, haunting those who tried to silence her. We may never know the full truth, but one thing is undeniable: someone somewhere still fears what she uncovered. And as long as that fear exists, her story isn't finished. Evelyn Carter may be gone, but the truth is never truly buried. The final revelation. What really happened to Evelyn Carter? April 5, 2023, A Truth Too Dangerous to Be Told. After months of investigation, interviews, and deep dives into classified information, the truth about Evelyn Carter's fate has finally come to light. But is the world ready to hear it? The final pieces of evidence paint a chilling picture, one that reveals the full scope of the conspiracy Evelyn uncovered. The truth behind the Ember Initiative. After relentless efforts by investigative journalists and whistleblowers, we now know that the Ember Initiative wasn't just corporate fraud, it was a deeply rooted, high-level operation with connections to intelligence agencies, global finance, and even government officials. Evelyn's research linked the initiative to illegal data trafficking, offshore money laundering, and a systematic elimination of those who got too close. Evelyn had successfully decrypted the Ember Initiative's main data hub, exposing high-ranking officials across multiple industries. Her final emails were intercepted before they could be published, likely by individuals seeking to erase all traces of her investigation. The offshore accounts she had uncovered were tied to powerful figures who would do anything to keep their names out of the spotlight. Several whistleblowers who had planned to come forward mysteriously disappeared or were found dead. Evelyn Carter had uncovered something far greater than corporate fraud. She had exposed a network so dangerous that her very existence became a threat. Was Evelyn Carter silenced? The most crucial question remains, was Evelyn eliminated, or did she manage to escape? The evidence suggests both possibilities, each with haunting implications. The two final theories. Theory 1: she was taken out. High-ranking individuals within the Ember Initiative may have orchestrated her disappearance to ensure she never released the final piece of evidence. Theory 2: she escaped into hiding. The cryptic letter and unverified sightings suggest Evelyn may have fled, going completely off the grid to protect herself and the information she possessed. But if she is still alive, why hasn't she come forward? Is she waiting for the right time, or has she accepted that revealing the truth would cost her life? The last remaining clue, a coded message. Just when investigators thought the case had reached a standstill, an encrypted file surfaced online. The message, posted to an obscure whistleblower forum, contained only one phrase: "The storm is not over." The text was signed with Evelyn's known encryption key. What this could mean: Evelyn may still be out there working from the shadows. She could be waiting to release the final piece of evidence when the time is right. Or someone else may have taken up her cause, ensuring her work is not lost. If Evelyn is truly alive, this message suggests she is not finished. The battle for the truth is still ongoing. Final thoughts. The legacy of Evelyn Carter. Evelyn Carter's disappearance may remain one of the greatest modern mysteries, but her story serves as a powerful reminder: the truth cannot be hidden forever. Whether she is gone or watching from the shadows, her work has ignited a fire that will not be extinguished. What we can learn from her story: whistleblowers play a crucial role in exposing corruption, but they are often targeted for their bravery. Those in power will go to extreme lengths to silence voices that threaten their control. The pursuit of truth is never without risks, but it is always worth fighting for. Evelyn Carter's story may not have a clear ending, but her legacy remains. The truth is still out there waiting for those who dare to seek it. Final call to action. What do you think really happened to Evelyn Carter? Was she silenced, or is she still out there waiting for the right moment to reveal the full truth? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. And if you believe in exposing corruption, share this story, because the more people who know the truth, the harder it becomes to bury. The storm is not over. The search for Evelyn Carter continues. The final revelation. Where is Evelyn Carter? April 20th, 2023, The Truth Resurfaces. For months, the world believed Evelyn Carter was either dead or too afraid to surface. But what if the truth was more complicated? After all the investigations, leaks, and cryptic messages, a new piece of evidence emerged, one that changed everything. The message that broke the silence just when the case seemed to be fading into obscurity. A new encrypted file was uploaded to a secure whistleblower site. Unlike previous leaks, this one contained something undeniable: a video. What was in the video? The video showed a woman, partially obscured in shadows, speaking directly to the camera. Her voice was altered, but forensic audio analysis confirmed it was Evelyn Carter. She stated that she had faked her disappearance to avoid being silenced. She warned that those behind the Ember Initiative were more powerful than anyone realized. She claimed to still be in possession of the final files that could bring them down. Evelyn Carter was alive, but she wasn't safe. The secret network keeping her hidden. Further investigation revealed Evelyn wasn't alone. A small underground network of whistleblowers and ex-intelligence operatives had been helping her stay off the grid. They call themselves the Shadow League, a group dedicated to protecting those who expose corruption. How has Evelyn survived? She changed her identity and moved frequently to avoid detection. She used encrypted communication to contact trusted journalists and allies. She was gathering more evidence, waiting for the right moment to strike back. She hinted that she had infiltrated another powerful organization, one even bigger than the Ember Initiative. Evelyn is not just hiding, she's fighting back. The countdown to justice, the final part of Evelyn's message, was the most chilling. She warned that the Ember Initiative had expanded its influence, infiltrating new sectors, controlling narratives, and silencing those who oppose them. But she also gave a promise: the truth will be revealed soon. What could this mean? She may have a plan to release everything she knows at once. She could be working with a major journalist or legal team to expose everything legally. Or she may be setting a trap, waiting for her enemies to make their move. Whatever she's planning, it's clear Evelyn Carter isn't done yet. Final thoughts. The legend of Evelyn Carter. Evelyn Carter's story is no longer just about a missing journalist. It's about a woman who risked everything to expose the truth and refused to be silenced. Her fight is ongoing, and if her final message is anything to go by, she's far from finished. What her story teaches us: the fight against corruption is never truly over. Even the most powerful organizations can't hide the truth forever. One person's courage can inspire an entire movement. Evelyn Carter's fate is no longer a mystery. She is out there, watching, waiting, and when the time is right, she will return. What do you think about Evelyn's message? Is she truly safe, or is she still in danger? Let us know in the comments. And if you believe in the fight for the truth, share this video, because the more people who know, the harder it is for them to make her disappear again. The search for justice is not over. Evelyn Carter is not finished. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share if you really enjoyed this story.